Hi guys, I'm back up here with another channel message here. It kind of just came on to my dome piece in mid conversation while talking to someone, right? It's a channel message, no cards. You know the spiel. It's for the twin flames, right? Anywho, okay, so the channel message has to do with both the feminine and the masculine, and the reference point is from the movie 50 Shades of Grey, 222, as I said that, right? And I haven't watched the whole movie, haven't did that, right? It ain't about the movie and the acts in it. There's certain lessons that were displayed in that space, right? In that movie, in that film, right? And the little clips and things that God kind of led me in direction to watch, right? Kind of put this together, right? It has to do with both how the starting point of the masculine and the feminine to quote unquote reaching union, or quote unquote reaching self-mastery within both counterparts, right? So if you could see in both of the characters throughout the movie here, I'm not even going to get into scenes because this is how much I ain't watched that motherfucking movie, y'all. Just get the message here. This is what God is just downloading, right? So, starting out, when you get on your twin flame journey, you understand here that the feminine wakes up first. You know what I'm saying? She wakes up first. So that being said, you go through those lessons first, right? Before your masculine does and all that, bullshit. I feel like my highlighter's doing a do. Doing a do. Anyways, you go through the messages, the journey, you experience the yearning, the longing, all that bullshit, the anxiousness, and going through that, what people would call anxious attachment, and having to heal, abandonment, all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? While your masculine's over here running and shit, doing their shit and going through their journey, right? So the point of this whole message has to do with eventually those when two people are evolving, when two people are learning and really healing oneself, right? Really healing what God needs you to heal from, right? Especially if you are in those setups like that, right? Where eventually the masculine energy, if he's healing the right way, right? He begins to soften, which you see that with the masculine energy in the movie, from where they started at doing this kinky sex shit and doing all that bullshit to actually being married and actually having a child and actually going through the stages of their journey together here. You notice there was improvement on his communication. There was more patience with him. There was more a grounding energy, less of control and dominance, right? Versus the feminine, from being at the beginning of the journey, being a people pleaser, being in trying to be accepted, trying to seek validation, right? Thirsty energy. You know what I'm saying? Thirsty energy, which we all go through it. You know what I'm saying? We all go through it, right? Towards the end, or getting to the marriage part and getting to that life of combining lives together, quote unquote, the union. This is where you see the feminine thrive in her dominance, still feminine, but boundaries. You see boundaries are easily placed. She's able to be more vocal about what she needs, right? This is the twin flame journey. This is the whole goal of this twin flame journey, right? Is both of the energies to swap roles, right? It's that type of energy here in these moments in time. I feel like this message is everywhere, but just get this message. I haven't seen y'all in a minute, right? So it's like when it comes to your divine counterpart, right? Your strong friend, right? It's about, this is really more for new twins and shit, motherfuckers who just found the journey and shit, you know what I'm saying? Who's still wet behind the ears and shit, yeah, you gotta understand, you gotta stick your journey out. Got to stick your journey out. And I've been away from these twin flame journeys, y'all, because it's a motherfucking journey, right? That's what I'm going to, we just gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there, right? But anywho, stick your journey out. The thing about these journeys is, as long as you are on your journey and still and always in the seek of searching for self enlightenment and self development, always wanting to develop oneself, right? God is always going to keep you on that path of getting to your wish fulfillment. But it's not even about your wish fulfillment, right? What we quote unquote think, getting into union, all this bullshit. Really, the wish fulfillment is true self mastery of self. Understanding how to master your emotions, understanding how to sit within chaos, and or when it's chaotic, let's say it more like that, when your 3D reality is in a chaotic space, quote unquote, and create the world that you desire, right? Within that space, still holding that space of the promise that God gave you, and the promise that God gave you, really, it's disguised. It's disguised. The promise that you and God made, and the promise that you are desiring in your life, is to come into full acceptance of yourself, unapologetically, and fully balanced within your own personal masculine and feminine energy, right? When you start to get on that journey of full mastery of your emotions, mastery of your mental state, mastery of your actions, and mastery over the pinnacles that you physically manifest, because word of D-Boom, it's head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? That's when everything else unlocks for you. That's when you truly let go of the attachment of union. Because you understand that union comes within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Union is you, right? This whole journey is to find you, I guess, bring you back to you. And you go through a lot of shit on this journey just to come back to you, to realize, shit, I was the blueprint all along. I was delaying my own journey. I was delayed in my timeline. This was all shit with me. This whole journey had to do with me being able to heal, and then show other people how to heal, and how to overcome shortcomings, how to overcome inner turmoil, be able to create, what's the word, tranquility? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Tranquility. I think that's the word, right? And how to regulate your own personal nervous system. Because it's no one's job to make you happy, which we know. Excuse the dogs and the noises and all that. There's a lot going on out here. Anyways, it's no one's job to make you happy. It's no one's job to regulate your own nervous system. It's no one's job to baby you. And it's no one's fucking job to coddle you. You know what I'm saying? Just as it's not your job to baby motherfuckers. It's not your job to fucking coddle motherfuckers. It's not your job to hold motherfuckers' hands. It's not your job to guide motherfuckers into... You can guide a horse to water, but you can't make that motherfucking drink if he don't want to drink. It's not your job. Right? When it comes to the masculine and feminine energy right now as we speak, the masculine, or the feminine, excuse me, are learning how to receive, and I have to wrap this up, my phone's about to die. Learning how to receive and sit within their feminist empress glow, and just be, and just really be, embody the full version of her or his self, because feminine energy can be both masculine and feminine. It's an energy, right? Where the masculine is coming into full acceptance and full understanding on his next moves or where he needs to go. He's action oriented. The masculines right now are action oriented, as the feminines are moving slower, moving more in an energy of what's working for me, If it ain't working for me, what the fuck we talking about? Versus the masculines are waking up to generosity and I guess closing the gap. So I think that's the message. We're going to leave it there. That was a random ass message. Get the jewels where they stay. But yeah, man, the 50 Shades of Grey really showed it in perspective of the evolution of love in so many words. It might have been in a really chaotic way. It may been in a weird way. I'm hearing Brianna found love in a hopeless place. Yeah, I'm hearing that in my mind right now. So that might be a channel nugget for somebody, or somebody currently listening to that motherfucker. I don't know. Take it where it resonates. But yeah, you found love in a hopeless place, right? And with these journeys, outside looking in, they can look away like there's a lot of chaos and there's a lot going on, but really there's a lot of internal healing going on. There's a lot of internal mastering, or learning how to master oneself, learning how to really what's the word I'm looking for? Don't lose it. Master or train on how to use your wand, right? Use your wand, right? And it's its energy. Once you settle that energy down, once you become still within yourself, and you allow your own personal masculine and feminine energy to unite and come into union within yourself, that's when everything else falls through. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. Remember, all messages are not for all. They're for some. Take what you need and leave the rest. As well as we got that slot open for personal reading. Sorry, you missed the reading. You're going to have to come back. But like I said, come fuck with me if you want a reading, or you know what to do. You know what to do. You know, I'm always around for assistance. And that's what we do. Remember, it's all about self-development. It's all about coming into full acceptance of oneself and bringing your own feminine and masculine energy together, right? Not allowing, when your masculine comes your way, there should not be an emotional uproar within you when you see this motherfucker hit your line, or you get back into reunion, or you get into union, right? It should be an energy of where, speaking of that, they got me going. I'm supposed to end this reading, but this is another side of the shit. I was thinking about the journey, and just my whole journey personally, and how long I've been on this journey. Really looking at some of the action plays that I've played on this journey, and was like looking at myself like, dog, cringe. You know what I'm saying? Cringe in the level where it's like, I don't think that was the most healthiest, right? So, unpopular opinion, right? This name, this title, from masculine and feminine energy, right? Fucking around this in a way, and not allowing yourself to use discernment on your journey, will keep you in a fucked up situation. And what I mean by that is delaying your journey, right? You have to understand, man, like, it's not healthy for you to chase after people and to own or try to dominate and take to siphon, right? And this happens on both ends. You know what I'm saying? This happens on the feminine ends as well. Your masculines, because, you know, they're wearing a mask just like you, or wearing a mask when you're people pleasing, when you're in an energy of self-sacrificing, when you can't set boundaries, when you can't do that, you are being deceptive towards your masculine. Hence, how can you really be mad at your masculine for being deceptive towards you, honey? Right? It's that type of energy here where when you're obsessing over his energy, or when you're so consumed. Your journey should not consume you, honey. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. Dead ass. Right? And hindsight 2020, going through your journey, to those that's been on it for a while, and those who's have multiple reunions and unions and separations and know how this should go, you understand, and you start to come into a space of true balance within your energy, where you return back to that starting point when you met your twin. Think about when you met your twin, because so much journey happens that you forget where you were before you met your twin, before you got emotionally attached, before all of this, where you were. Yes, we might be going through the dark nights of the soul at this time, but within that space, you were developing self-love. You were self-focused. There wasn't this obsessive energy over another person. Most times, if you're really on a twin flame journey, especially if you were feminine, baby, you was found, honey. This shit came up on your motherfucking ass. This was not like we was here. No. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all. This shit just popped up. Like, oh shit, what's this? Right? And hindsight 2020, going through the journey and really analyzing the journey and really looking at the journey for what it is, where you have to use discernment, especially being in this community, because this community can delay your timeline. This community can have you in fucked up situations, y'all. That's fucked up. Like, it's like me. Let me just speak for me, right? I don't really reference my masculine as my divine masculine, right? It's a man. He's a man doing his own thing, right? And I'm a woman doing my own thing. And if we're vibing and you're supposed to be there, you'll be there. If not, you'll be exited, right? It's an experience, right? People come and people go, right? It's that type of energy. These labels is what's going to keep you bound to shit that's fucked up. These labels will keep you in a space where you're dismissing inappropriate behavior for the name. It's my twin flame. He's my divine masculine. This is where these labels will cause delay in truly experiencing your life and meeting amazing people out here and finding your own personal soul tribe. These labels, even though I got this shit labeled as this as well, trigger warning, right? It's my job to bring y'all motherfuckers in and y'all really see the truth and what the fuck going on, right? These labels can get you fucked up. These motherfucking labels out here can get you fucked up, y'all. Like, it's that type of energy where it's like, dog, you can't allow your divine masculine, right? These labels to consume you to a point where you're devoted to lack of reciprocity. Lack of your masculine ghosting you, abandoning you, right? Abandoning, right? Because you're abandoning yourself, right? Or being treated any type of way. You are a queen or you are a king. You deserve more. You have to understand, man, these labels will get you fucked up. They will get you fucked up in the game. It's that type of energy, y'all. When you on a journey like this, you got to come back. You got to get up out the 5D. You got to bring it, rear it in. Rear it in. You know what I'm saying? And it took me time to learn this, y'all. This is just being transparent. Shit, girl. Girl, sis, bro. But it's a beautiful journey, man. But it's like, once you get to a space of truly self-acceptance and self-validation and just in a balanced state, you know, you really look at that shit, and then you be looking at your actions like, shit, damn, I missed that. Like, this label will make you miss red flags that was there. And this is not no bashing masculines or anything like that. They're on their own personal journey and they're learning. We're all learning. This, the whole point of this journey is to learn and to grow and to expand. So your best teacher is your divine masculine. You bitch, you better thank that nigga. The fuck? You wouldn't be who you are without that nigga. What the hell? Anyways, don't let my passion come out. I'm mellow right now. Right? But hindsight 2020, when you're in a very grounded, mellow state and you can see, right? And then you really go back and reflect on your journey. That shit was in front of you at the starts of your journey. And it's like, damn, how you not see that, bitch? You know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy. You know when you take a test and then you get your test back, and then you passed the test. You did really good. You know what I'm saying? You got a good grade on the test. You passed it. Woo, it's awesome. But you know, when you get those tests back, you always see the answers that you got wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like where you actually see, like, shit, I fucked up on that. Yeah, that wasn't wise. You know what I'm saying? And you can actually see where, I don't want, it just makes me laugh. Where, I'm saying this very lightly, where your motherfucking ass, you a little bit delulu, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, shit, bitch, you know, I'm like, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy where it's damn near cringe, bitch. It's damn near cringe. I'm like, bitch, what? You do that type of time, you know? Where it's like, and I'm laughing so much because I'm just thinking of my own little journey. Like, if I was in my mindset right now, I probably wouldn't have done that, you know, where, you know, I'm pretty sure the masculines are the same way, where it's like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, you know, where's my mind at? Where the fuck was I? You know, where it's just coming into that full acceptance and being able to accept yourself, and even on your shortcomings and your flaws, and you learning. We just got to thank God that God gave you a counterpart where it's safe for you to learn those lessons. It was safe for you to go through that space. It was safe for you to go through certain lessons where it's like you couldn't do that shit unless you was in a divine union where it was protected. You know what I'm saying? Some of this shit God protected. You know what I'm saying? A lot of player moves in your journeys, y'all. I'm dead serious. Where your spirit team had your ass in alignment, dog. And a lot of these journeys, if you're conscious of it or not conscious of it, before you even go on these journeys, you come into, you and God or the universe, whatever you believe in, right? Come into the negotiation process, and you guys agree on how we're going to operate in the space. Like, if I can give you an example, because I don't want you guys to get this confused, like I'm talking about like your lessons when you come down to earth. Yeah, we know that. But an example of what I'm trying to explain to you is, shit, I'm on 5%. I got to do it quick. Guys. Where before I even got on this journey, I asked God, I had a conversation, had dialogue with God where, okay, I'm going to move in this direction. And I know that you're telling me to go in this direction. This is scary. I need you to protect me while I go down this journey. Right? And it was the oath that me and God kept with one another, that as we walk this journey, there will be protection over this tet here. Right? And going through this journey, even seeing any of the, oh my gosh, I gotta make sure I'm on time because I'm gonna have to wrap up. Seeing any of the cringe or anything like that, right? In a regular journey or just with a karmic or anything like that, the shit would have been non-protected. You could have got fucked up. God put you in a situation where you can learn that and not get scathed. That is a blessing. Understanding your journey, that you had a teacher to teach you and you were unscathed. Yeah, you might got some scars on you. You might got a little bit of, you no longer wet behind the ears. You seen what the world really get down. But if you really seen what the world get down, it's that type of energy here in these moments in time here, where all you can do is really thank God. All you really can do is thank the divine source, whoever you believe in. Like, damn, you really got it like that. You got the juice like that. Now I'm starting to see what you mean. I'm starting to really see you, and you're really showing me what the fuck, who the fuck I is, you know? But we're gonna wrap this up right now because I'm on 4%. I might do a part 2, don't know. These are my open thoughts right now. But really, y'all, don't let those titles fuck you up. Don't. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it, baby. No. Experience your journey and just be. Okay? All right. We're going to cut it there. If you feel guided or interested in purchasing a reading, you know what to do. Come find me. Love to hear from you guys, and peace. No, guys.